your biggest thing, right? Like you guys like perma talking to each other, right? Any VGs in here, perchance, or no?
Yeah, Bonds of VG.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so like your VG should be looking to like you're looking to hold your bruiser's pockets pretty much, or like your melee should be looking to, especially on like more so on a defense than on attack, right? Like on defense, like all you guys have to do is just hard pressure like your quad and just force them to step off the point, right? Like attack, you have to get a little bit creative and like try to like figure out ways to like get them off the point, right? But like for the VGs and shit, like you should just be looking to perma hold your bruisers pockets and shit, like wherever they're like, um, and Starlito was talking about, like you guys comboing and shit together, right? Or like if somebody throws a grab, right? Like the other person shocks it, like Obliv should already be down, right? Like then your VG comes in, like yo, like I'm screaming them, right? They're all walled, shit like that. Cosby is abusing his shift key. Have to back up through it. Shocking a spot right. Looping around real quick, be careful. Sacred on top of you. Just chop him away with you. On Cosby, if you move, IXB. Yeah, they're hard. They're hard in our red. Be careful. We're about to eat shit in a minute. Bunsen, I'm regrabbing you right side. Yeah, they have four quad DPS behind us. I mean, we're eating a lot of shit down in here, but like I don't know, it's just like a constant like information relay back and forth between the other one, right? Like what you're doing, where you're doing it, who you're looking at, right? Like it all seems like super basic shit, right? But like a lot of people like don't know how to just, and it's not like a flame to anybody, right? Like I'm not trying to like talk shit, but like that's
So like
like
synergize, right?
yeah. Even if you haven't played with somebody before, right? Like outside of like uh I mean, this is probably like the first war that like me and World have ever been in like a quad together, right? Outside of like point team and like the New World leagues and shit, right? But like that was like forever ago. Yeah, like that shit don't count. Like this is the first time that it was just like us two in a group, right? And like we never played together. But like as far as like comms go, right? Like I don't think, maybe there was, I don't know, but I can only speak for us, right? Like our comms were like super good, super clean, right? Like we're trying like the best that we can to uh like win our space. I think that's another thing like people like forget, right? Is like I'm gonna pull up paint real quick.
What?
Sorry for flashbang. Good.
How dare you?
So like here's your point, right? I can't draw lines, so I'm gonna just have them do it for me. So like here's your quads, right? You got, depending on which way you're going, okay? Like if we'll go like this is the defense, right? You guys are coming from like fort, and here's like the attackers, right? You got top weak, bot weak, top strong, bot strong, right? So like all of this shit, if you guys are fighting down, like say your quad's supposed to be top weak, right? Just as like an in general, right? Like you guys should never be like perma like fighting anywhere else outside of like your piece of the pie, right? Unless like you hard win your space and you can look to like move around, right?
Mm.
So like on a breakout, right? You were talking about like the opener and shit earlier, like on the initial like clash, right?
Yeah.
The idea is for everybody to just get like up as far as possible, right? Like you want to meet them like somewhere around here, right?
Hmm.
You're always gonna have people like coming out, right, trying to like get around and like wrap you guys to get back into the bottom, right?
Just as a quad or as an army?
I mean, an army in general, right? Like everybody should be, nobody should be looking to like default down the bottom immediately, right? Like when you guys come off the walls and shit, like you guys want to take advantage of like as much of the space up top as you can, so that way they don't have like a chance to just like get around you guys for free, right? Like you want to put a little bit of buffer in between, because if you let them get like set up too early, right? Like you can't just let them walk in, like you have to get in the way a little bit. But say say a quad is top weak, right? Most of the time, like all your fights as a top weak quad are going to be somewhere around like in here, right? Just a little bit above like the midline and shit, but like enough leeway up to try to like, so that way you have space to pull up if you have to get out, right? You have enough space around the top of the point to get out if you have to. And that way, like with you guys forcing more midline as opposed to playing like perma top, right? Your bottom quad should be looking to like shove up a little bit and take their fight somewhere around like in here, right? The same thing, so that way they have a little bit of leeway to like get out around the bottom, right? And what happens is when you have your top quads, if your top quad's perma play up here and your bottom quad's perma play down here, right? Like you're just leaving a highway of shit to just people to just perma like wrap into the point, and then they can pick and choose who they want to fuck up first, right?
Yeah.
So like say you have quad DPS and kill squad and shit, they start looking in, right? If they don't go directly into your healer pocket, right, they can come straight in through here. And anybody that like gets low and they try to like get off the point to declump, like you're just gonna get fingered by spears and shit, right? So the more you guys like play it closer and like tighter together, right? It doesn't leave that much of a gap, right? And even if they want to try to like wrap back up to the top, right? You're fighting people here, they get off, they want to wrap up top. Now you have the inside out advantage, right? Especially on a defense, because like all you have to do is just keep them off the point, right? Like you don't have to, kills are good, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you don't want to kill people, but like as a defense, like you just have to keep them off the point, right? Just make them not tick. So if you guys are packing people up here and they get off and try to wrap, right? You guys already have, all you have to do is shift up a little bit, and now you're already on, like you're still on the point, keeping them off. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Body presence.
Yeah. So at least from what I saw, that seemed like the biggest thing. I lied. I lied. I'm sorry. The biggest thing was, I think there was a group that was supposed to be up here, and they were perma like playing over here on the defense, which is like some pretty sinister shit, right?
Yeah.
So nobody should be looking to like bounce out of their quad, right? Unless your shit's hard won, right? Like if you're bottom weak and you're fighting down around here, right? You bully all your space off. There's nobody down here, right? Like you should never look to cheat over this way without looking up first, right? Like you always want to help your side of the point out first before you look to jump across, unless it's a crash call,
Right.
right? If it's a
If
crash, then yeah, for sure.
if
But
your ship's empty, right?
yeah, so like you have to. It's hard in the heat of the moment and shit, but you have to recognize like where your space is in the war, right? And like what you guys have. Because like if it's heavy here, right, you can't just like abandon it and go fuck off, right? Like there's ways to navigate your quad to like keep, if it's gonna stay heavy here, it's light somewhere else, right? So like other people need to recognize that. But like you guys can't just like abandon this shit and go like fuck off somewhere else, you know? It's like, oh, bot left's heavy, I'm just gonna go play an oppo.
Yeah.
Like that's never gonna work. So yeah, always try to look for like your quad first, right? Same with top, right? And it like especially on a defense, why it's so good to play um the midline space for like your top quads and shit. Especially top weak, right? Like your weak side quad should be the ones, like your two main ball groups over here should like almost perma be on the point. Like never really stepping off. Unless they do like a 10-10 split, but that's like uh I doubt they're gonna be doing that. Um But the reason like you guys want to play more of this midline space, right, is the attackers are always going to try to take control of your top of the point, right? So when bottom gets heavy, because it's going to happen because everybody's trying to pull top, right? Your bottom plays more here, and you guys are like readily available to like jump into this fight, right? Like weak side should almost be like fighting as a 10-man ball, in a sense, right? Like you don't want to like cross each other's lane, you know. But
Right.
if your top weak quads are playing more like towards the midline space, it gives bottom a little bit of a breather to like pull up and have like people to. It's like shifts at work if you want to think about it like that, right? Like if it's heavy down here, bottom's pulling up, right? Like they're taking their 15-minute break or whatever, right? And then you guys can like jump in and eat a little bit of aggro, right? Until they get their shit back and then wrap back into the fight, you know. And then like strong side's a different game entirely. Like especially on defense, right? Like the thing is point tick, right? Like obviously, right? Like they take the point, they take the point, you know. But like strong side, you have the flexibility to like flex off a little bit into
Yeah.
into this
Like,
8 fight
yeah. Keep your
because of
midline.
yeah, because of all the shit that's going on out here, right? So like if points not ticking and you see if points not ticking like substantially, right? Like if you're at like 5% tick, right? It's like whatever, 10%, whatever, right? As soon as it starts getting like 25 and above, then you want to start to like look to bring it back in and get on. But like really you have the flexibility to step off more so top strong than bot strong, right? Like bot strong almost plays uh like weak side where they kind of just want to be on somewhere, you know. But same thing with like the midline space, right? Like your top strong should be looking to like hard play the midline space for a bit to see how they can like flex off and help this 8 fight, right? Because if your inner wins, they're gonna shove up here, and then you guys have freer reign to like pull up top a little bit more, right? And keep the lights and like all the other shit from stepping. Um, so yeah. Mm. Well, it's been a long day. Do you have anything Starly that like you want me to like touch on? I guess.
Yeah, so that I appreciate that part of it. I think um, the pots and stuff and how to like get into a crash properly, like obviously cleanse and all that. But I don't know if everybody knows and understands that process, as well as like half heavies and stuff. But yeah, I've been seeing and as well. I've been seeing a lot of people with like low damage, like under 1 million damage in some wars, which is not like acceptable.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's bad.
I,
So like
I mean
either
the
yeah,
damage, the low damage probably comes from just like not cycling your abilities and shit properly, right?
right.
If you're just like throwing your shit out there like all like willy nilly, right? Like you're perma gonna get fucked over.
Right, not understanding how to
Uh,
build in power and stuff, like not doing the half heavies. Regen
yeah,
serums are. I told him that 350 con tonight is like a must because I need these guys to at least live on point. Um, so because you still get good damage, right? But and everybody wants like the extra strength stats to pad, but I don't know, man. I feel like living is
yeah,
much more important right now, especially after
yeah,
what we watched last night. Like the bruisers were not surviving at all, so but yeah, like the if you can cover like I guess some of the like abilities plus empower is really important, and I don't think these guys know how to build that empower into like especially when you go into a crash with it. But yeah, you another thing I meant to mention to you guys too is like what pots to run, and like you need regen serums, like huge. Like Absurdity was talking about that with me as well, and like not having regen serums, and I think some guys are running mana pots is a problem. As a bruiser, you don't need mana pots at all. Like healthy toast and all that, it's not good compared to like having a regen always on cooldown
yeah.
essentially.
I think mana pots are dog shit. Like some like Gurge is a believer in them. And there's a couple other people, but I don't know. I've never been a fan of them. I've
Is
tried
it
it a
not
couple
good for the
times.
fortify?
Yeah, but it's like you're missing out on like the like yeah you can keep it up, but like without healthy toast, right? Like the fortify is not like it's not shit, right? Like I I still run like I run health pot, cleanse, serum, and then I've been a fan of gemstone dust. Everybody else is that one's personal preference, right? Fire pot or gemstone dust, either one. But I run serums and health pots, and like I'm popping my serums. Like I've been running through like 50 serums a war. Like as soon as this thing's off cooldown, like I'm popping this shit. Just like the passive healing and shit from it, especially like so one of the big things I'll say is like people need to recognize, um, and this could be a healer thing too, right? And I'm not like calling out any healers. I'm just saying like this is like an in general, right? Like sacred placement's also like super important for like where you guys are gonna play, right? Because the yeah, we have 21,000, 22,000 health, whatever, right? But like there's a lot of damage. It'll just like completely pack your shit the fuck up, you know. So like you need to almost like always be like perma playing in a sacred, right? And like the
Yeah.
second you step out of it, right, like you're just gonna start getting torched for no reason, you know. So like sacred placement in the quads is always like super super important to be able to like fight and control the space, right?
So as a healer, I actually value mana pot over fortifying toast, and I know a lot of healers don't agree with me on that, but I personally prefer it because it keeps me topped off. So my diamond and my light staff, like I'm always hitting that 100, and it gives me that extra heal. But a lot of healers don't actually like it. But I do agree with you on the sacred placement. I think a lot of people tend to overlap their sacreds or not push them. They don't understand exactly where they need to place them.
Yeah, I can't speak on the mana pots for the healers, right? Like I bruise. I've been a fucking Unga Bunga melee like my whole time playing the game, right? So like that I can't speak on. But I think like the biggest thing is like if you're melee or like somebody in the group, pr- more so than not, it's gonna be your bruisers and shit, right? Like if they're not calling for a sacred on top of them, right? Like you need to free cast it in the quad, like free cast it in that space, or like try to recognize where it is, right? Like I know sometimes it's hard, especially with like kill squads and shit running around and looking to like torch people, right? But like there's always a free space to like put a sacred in your quad, right? Like this shit right here, right? Like Zombie probably put one on herself because she was getting torched, right? But like we're playing in our sacred right here and there's another one right here, right? Like there's no reason that these two should be together, you know? So like that'd be a big thing. Um so as a bruiser, right? Like you should be looking to um I don't want to say like damage doesn't matter, right? But like if you're hitting sub a mil, like that's uh you're probably not cycling your shit, right? Um the biggest thing is like you want to save something for a crash, right? You don't have to like lock yourself to grab well. Like if you have shockwave for a crash, right? Like that's good too. Um, but like ideally you want to have like something, right? Uh, so like the best thing to do is I'm a I'm an axe enjoyer, right? Um, hammer's really good in the quad play, right? Like when you and your bruiser are looking to like hard pack somebody the fuck up, right? Like the single target value of a hammer is like really good. Uh, but like outside of that, right? Like if you guys are just like if you're looking to build your stacks with your axe or whatever, like you should just be looking to chop, right? Like let me see if I can find it. Bottom. Oh, Wisp Warlogger. Coming back in you. Yeah, they're all weak down there. I'm shocking us. Okay. I'm out real quick. I'm grabbing bar right in 3. Playing passive. I'm shocking this. Shocking it. Shocking the grab. Wait, shit. Might be down here. Yeah, we're grabbing 3. We're grabbing 2. We're grabbing 1. Yeah, my grab on it right now. Ball left now. Hey, here I fucked myself, right? Like I was too invested in. So like I don't know, we were kind of eating shit this whole war, but like it's all cup whatever, right? But like I'm looking to I was so locked into like throwing this grab and shit right here, right? That like now he starts counting down and I don't have shit, right? But like the whole time, even when I don't have my grab. Still on IXPs, AB. Cleansing us. Alright. I got my maelstrom, getting shit on, right? I swap over. I don't want to send this without this, right? Vice versa. Like your grab without your maelstrom is dog shit, right? Your maelstrom without your grab is just pad, right? So like even though it's heavy here, right? Like you could just be looking to chop a little bit and get this thing back, right? you should definitely, unless you have the chopper, right? Chopper's free 725 for sure. But like the refreshing move on the axe is crazy. Like you should definitely look to like get that if you can, right? To just like chop away and make sure that you have these things up, right? Then like here, like in an ideal world, once you have your grav and shit up, then you would look to like swap to your hammer because you have this in your back pocket, right? Then you would look to swap to your hammer and look to try to like solo uh like call people out inside of the group, right? Like, oh, I'm on IXB, right? IXB's one shot moving towards, whatever. However the fight plays out, right? You should really only be using your grav to like zone the space, right? Or like take control of a heavy area, right? Um a lot of people just kind of like wing this, right? And it's like fine in a sense. But like the gravel is really good for like hard bullying people off a space and like uh the area which you're trying to like take control, right? Like in this specific instance, right? Like this shit's kind of doomed over here, but like I don't know, there's still like a lot of value to be had, right? Like they're hard playing the outside, right? Like in a perfect world, like you jump in up through here, more towards the flag a little bit, and then turn back into them and take advantage of the space that they're giving you, right? Like all of these blues and reds, like we're mixing all on the side of the point, right? And like our goal is to force them off and take the point, right? And their goal is to force us off and take the point, you know. But um,
Right.
you really don't ever want to throw. You don't want to throw a grab without chopping a little bit, right? Like unless it's a crash and like you're throwing, but 9 times out of 10, there's always time to like get something going, you know. Um, the grab, it's all um, it's snapshot damage, which means like whatever empowers you're at by the time that grab starts to like materialize out of your axe is like the damage that it's doing. It's not going to go up. It's not going to go down. You know, which is why it's good to build like your empowers and shit before you throw it. Like Dedo, on the other hand, right? Like that'll keep scaling, but like with the like usually whenever you're throwing your grab the Dedo, right? Like you're max empowered anyway. Theoretically, you should be cleansed, so like you're gonna be max empowered anyway. Hold on, just got to ping.
Hi, Beefy.
Is that Minerva?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I
Holy
just
fwig.
I just wanted to come and say hi. I'm
Hell
leaving
yeah.
now.
Oh shit. That's fucked up. B- if you're looking to use like any of your hammer abilities and shit, right? Um, I would always try to get a half heavy off first for like uh the empower from the hammer. Um, but here's another thing I saw. I know I'm kind of like scatterbrained, right? I'm kind of retarded. You'll have to forgive me, but and some of the VODs and shit that Starlito was watching earlier, like people were just like burning their charges for like no reason, right? That's like a it's one of like the holy sins, right? Like you just like this thing stays until you absolutely need it, right? Like you shouldn't, unless somebody's like absolutely one shot and like you're certain that you can like cock the heavy back and then charge right after to fucking kill him, right? Like you shouldn't be using this thing offensively at all, right? Like this
Yeah.
shit's like defensive
That's like
only.
your O shit bar, right?
Yeah. Like me personally, I'm gonna stand myself out like 100 times before I'll burn this, right? Like I'll run my stand bar all the way to 0 before I'll burn my charge. Uh, and the same with Shockwave, right? Like I try to not use Shockwave offensively unless I'm shocking like my co-bruiser's grab, right? Like if he's grabbing something to try to like fight for space and control the space, like I'm definitely looking to shock it to like rend everybody and shit, right? But like outside of that, like when it gets like super heavy around you, right? Like a defensive shockwave like stuns everybody, right? And it gives you a lane to like get away.
Right. What's the hammer Dedo combo?
Um
Or
so
like a yeah.
let me see if I can find one. So say pretty sure I got one in here. I think I die here. We'll skip that one. He's dead.
Their quadruped is about right.
He's on
Aang
the left.
and forgot. Sorry.
They're right, like here. Chase him up in the top. I'm still on his ass. He's dead.
The quad DPS is about right. Hey,
Ideally, like in a perfect world, right? Like we chase this kill up to the top, which is like hard troll on our part, right? But like, I don't know, that dude's a piece of shit. He deserved to die.
Right.
But
forgot.
like down here, right? Like say we're crashing down in this squad, right? See, I'm going to hit my shockwave now. It just didn't go off, right?
Yeah.
So I popped my Dedo in a. Damn, dude, this isn't like a good one to show, but so my Dedo's going off, right? More like I want to be outside of like the kill box, right?
Right.
So like, say we have all these guys like walled in, right? You throw a half heavy to build your empower, and then right before your Dedo's about to go off, right? Like you want to try to sync your shockwave and your Dedo at the same time. So like as your shockwave hits the ground and stuns all of them, your Dedo pops, right? And you try to match it with like everybody else is in the army, right? Like Dedo wise, at least, right? Because like if you stun them all, right? Everybody's throwing their grabs or whatever, right? As your shockwave hits, right? Like ideally, everybody's Dedo is going to be like free damage. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
they all can't move, right? They're stunned for a second, whatever. So, but I throw an AB, then a shock to get out. Hold on, give me 1 second. I have to join somewhere real quick. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds.
Why is everybody so quiet?
I'm working on the roster still. Are you guys retaining all that information? Is that making sense to you? What he's explaining?
I am because I have pre-knowledge of what some of the concepts he's talking about, like the boxing and stuff, how they're walled in. Like
Right. Like
I understand like the collapse and what you know what I mean.
Like understand, guys. Like my frustration with like last night's war. I know I kind of probably sounded like really mean in the message, but if you saw all the angles, I saw it while it was happening, and then if you tuned into like the actual VODs themselves, you would see that it like was also verified. Right? It was we
Right.
kill squads were kind of doing their thing around the point. We were getting the pressure on them. We were getting the kills, but all we could see is that nobody was on point. And then when we go look at the VODs, it only tells the story that literally the Bruisers were almost literally not on point, and when they were running into a pile of Bruisers by themselves getting killed. So it was a mixture
Yeah.
of stuff. It was really, really bad.
Yeah, it
So
was hard to watch. I was there.
it was bad, man. So like when we
You
said,
people better win today.
by the way, War Chief, I'm currently recording. Beefy's in here teaching. Just give you the heads up.
Oh, Beefy's not in this call at the moment.
I know,
he
no.
stepped out.
Yeah, he just stepped out for a sec. But yeah, so for real, it was like it really was like a MainBall diff more than a kill squad diff. Like there wasn't kill squads were getting kills and putting pressure
Yeah,
in.
I saw y'all's pressure. Y'all were up there.
Yeah,
I was
we were
like,
up there.
My bad.
Yeah. Oh, you
unfortunately,
good,
there was
Beefy?
nobody, no
I had
blues.
to handle some roster
Right.
shit.
Oh, good, dude.
Oh. I gotta hit somebody up real quick. I know I've been talking like a mile a minute and kind of like switching, but if I'm not like making sense about something, just like tell me to shut up and like explain it again. Because I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of retarded. I should be hopping around a lot.
I just got more questions.
Fireball.
So for instance, on the like if your defense, on the initial clash, how much space can you take as a quad? Because don't you have to stay pretty much glued to the point though? And then when do you go back to your quad after that initial clash? After
Depends
trying
on
to
like
get
where you
more space.
depends on like where you're playing.
It's like what if you're like bot weak side or something? Because aren't I supposed to help get space with the top side and get them to get some presence and then I go back or
yeah, I mean it's hard sometimes because like a lot of like a lot of the wars that I could like show, everybody just like splits off the rip, right? Or I'll play this attack as an example, right? So this split, they all come out to B, right?
You're not streaming.
Like I know
are you?
oh shit, my bad, I forgot I rejoined. Oops. Sorry. So I said I'm kind of stupid. Just call me out. I know this is an attack, but like I'm just showing from like their POV, right?
Yeah.
So like we're jumping out of the top, right? Like you see how aggressive everybody gets,
Right.
right? Like this is what you guys want to do, right? Like you guys want to like cut this lane off, right? Even if it's a split, right? Like they're sending 15, we send 15 to B and however many to C, right? Like it doesn't matter. Like as a defense, like you guys want to take control of like this top space as much as possible, right?
Even bot quads.
Yeah. Because like nobody else is gonna be able to like get up here, or nobody else is gonna be able to like shoot past you guys without running through the wall first, right? Like they
Okay.
can try to take it out as wide as they want to, right? And then once you see like 5 or 6 like wrap down behind you guys and like get down into here, right? Then you start to like fall back if you're a bot quad, right? And
Okay.
like match them on the bottom. But like on the initial, like as soon as you jump off, like everybody should be jumping up. Like everybody should be taking this
And
like this whole top of the point space.
then as a attack, are you trying to clash with the guys in front, or are you trying to slip past with that?
No, with here, like we're trying to get out, right? Like it's heavy as hell. See, we're all eating shit, right? Like this is just, I don't know why it keeps full screening. Right? Like they're just looking to snowball kills, right? I tried to peel for on ice, right? I went to chalk, but it's like it's doomed, right?
Yeah.
And here it's heavy over there, right?
Are you trying to wrap to get the point? Or- Okay.
Yeah, but like you have to play like super passive, right? Like if you're
Right.
outnumbered, like the biggest thing is like you just don't want to die, right? Like your whirl's kind of just being like he's being whirl, right? Like, yeah, we're getting on the point, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But like if we try to like fight this shit front to back, right? Like the defense is gonna take the space, right? Sometimes you have to concede it in order to like get around, right? Like you can't just always like run into that shit head on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you're gonna end up like on ice, right? Like you're just gonna die in that like in that specific scenario. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
yeah. So like at this point, since you guys have gained presence on point, is the defense supposed to be going to their quads now,
No.
or
So like this is a
well, that's
you guys
their
have a lot of
healers,
you
huh?
guys have a lot of splits Starlita or not really? They just like full send in.
Sorry, I thought it was okay. K6 is literally all they do is Zerg. They Zerg to B, and then sometimes they'll send like a group to test the side point. But those guys usually get destroyed when they do that. So they just continue to Zerg.
Alright.
So what they're doing is they're sending essentially doing a 10-10 defensive attack. It's weird. So like their 10-10 isn't even like really pushing up. They're staying close knit like a cone to try to defend their like healer fire stat pocket in the middle of the road of their side. And so I told my kills that they should just be wrapping and pushing into that to get to that pocket. And they're giving like literally our healers were free casting all night in that war. By the way, like I was watching, all the healers were fine. There was no pressure.
Theirs
to
or
them.
theirs or yours.
Ours were good. Our healers
Oh.
were pretty much chilling all night because like the kill squads weren't really getting to them with that strategy they were running. So
All right, here's another POV real quick. Right, we're on defense. Right, they sent a bunch out to B. Right. Top left. Vandalizer happened behind us. I got staggered a bunch of times, right? Like it's kind of whatever. I couldn't get the path on. Like don't hard commit to that shit, right? Like if you go to get your path off, you start getting staggered. Like don't try to just keep ripping it, right? Because then you're gonna end up in a shit spot, right? Like once you see all these, like once you see them start like wrapping around you guys, ideally, right? Like there was only my group that was up here on this top left. Ideally, there's more people that are coming over and looking to like match these dudes, right?
Mm.
But once they get past, right? Especially if you're a bottom quad, right? Like you have to turn back and like contest these guys, right? Because otherwise they're just gonna
Right.
get set up for free on the point, right? And like really, if you can get kills, it's cool, right? Like kills are always good. Wait, why am I group 8? What the fuck? Damn, what was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Oh, like kills are cool, right? But like all you want to do is just force them off the point, right? Try to force them off as best you can, right?
Yeah. I don't know what
Like
some people call it. I heard someone call it inside out pressure, but
yeah. So like this war is a good example. Like what happens when you give up like the bottom space, right? Like we're a top quad here, right? But like you see how free this is over here, right?
Mm.
So our bottom quad this whole war was playing over in here, right?
Okay.
And what happens is like when we're trying to take control of like our quad up top, right? And fight these guys that are around here, they perma have a safe pocket to skate out to for free, right? So we're trying to match these guys up top, right? And they're able to just play down around here, right? This is why like it's super important for people to like you need to know what quad you're playing in before you jump out, right? Like I know like roster says it, right? But like if people are confused, like you have to ask. Nobody's gonna talk shit or like call you a retard, right? If you're like, yo, like what quad am I supposed to be? You know, because like if the second you forfeit your space, right, like you're hard fucking over the other three. You know?
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, like you shouldn't and this isn't like directed at anybody, right? This is just like an in general. Like but you shouldn't be looking to like translate pressure outside of your quad until your shit's like clear and free, right? Or you see an opportunity to like jump up, right? Like especially on weak side, right? Like if you're a bottom weak quad, right? And like I was saying earlier, if there's nobody down here, then you look to shove up towards the midline to like plus this fight that's going on up around here, right? Like
Right.
you always want to help this side out before you look over this way. Now my VOD's gonna be ugly. Yeah, you see it like it just ends up snowballing, right? And the same thing where like Starlito's talking about like they just play hard Zerg, right? Like this is like the same kind of situation, right? And it all snowballs like and it can happen like real fast, right? Because if people are gonna abandon their quad, now they're just gonna be like heavy as hell somewhere else. And they're just gonna like keep snowballing picks and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't mean to end. Back. Bad. We got wars
All
on
right. My bad. I'm
Discord
back.
and shit's everybody fucking DMing all kind of shit. Let's see. Does anybody want to pull their VOD up? We can go over it a little bit before this war starts. Like send it to me. We can look at it.
From the last war.
Yeah, the one you guys had last night.
Sure, we do, man. I'm not the greatest, but here, hold on.
You're better than the healer who just didn't show up. Group 7 was rough.
Who was the healer, by the way?
I honestly don't know. I didn't even check. Hold on. I'm sure it's in that Group 7 whatever. Someone labeled it girl.
Yeah, but didn't we fill that? Who'd we fill with?
A random that didn't actually heal. They AFK'd, I think, half of it. And
Was it
they, like, at the
Sanke?
very end. Huh?
Was it Sanke?
I don't think so.
That's what
I
someone
don't
told me.
remember.
So
Kanye can
little,
attest it was rough.
I sent it to you, but there's a part I messed up on that we can just skip because I lost my Conqueror's weapon and I spent a good minute trying to equip my other loadout. So I kind of fucked up there. But
Gosh, can you make me a pair of pants real quick?
hold on, bro. We gotta do this video thing. You need light pants or what?
Heavy.
Hey guys,
We got the fort.
can you guys like do it on
We
your other
just
channel
kept the forts.
real quick? Because we're trying to do this thing real quick with Beefy, and I'm recording it.
Yeah. Okay.
Appreciate
I'll
it.
send it to you though.
Beefy, you're the goat.
No, you're the goat. I'm just trying to get like you.
Cat.
I mean, physically speaking, I can't, right? Like young, black, and handsome, right? Like I can't do that. But you know,
Bro,
maybe
just do
one
what
day.
Michael Jackson did, bro. Just swap colors, dog. Swap sides.
Oh shit!
Go to
Thinking of
character
faction
customization.
faction swap and
Yeah,
Everfall real quick.
just go to character just go to character customization, dog.
Yeah. Too bad New World don't got that.
Oh shit.
It will soon.
Bro, the moment that shit comes out, the game is gonna be so dead to the point where no one's gonna care about that point, bro. Like,
All right, so I know I'm talking about charges and shit earlier, right? But like this is like when you jump off, like don't be afraid to rip your charge earlier, right? To just like get up.
Yeah, I didn't get.
Especially
I
on
went to quad. That's why I was asking about that bunch.
yeah, especially on this map, right? Uh like they have such a long run from the gate to the point, right? Like there's no reason that like they should be getting out in front of you guys, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like you guys should be looking to like you should be up in here, right? Your bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should be looking to like get up around in here, right?
Okay.
And all these guys and shit that are wrapping in, right? Like you can contest the fight around like up here, right? Just don't let them walk in for free, right? Like the path is fine,
Right.
but like you can throw it over this way, right?
Yeah. 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 For sure.
But like the space is already given up a little bit, so it's kind of whatever. All right, so before you start to like throw any abilities, throw any auto attacks on like anybody, right? Like the
Mhm.
fire pot was cool, but like your serum needs to be like on cooldown, right? Like your serum and this pot,
Yeah.
whatever defensive you're running, right? Like those
Yeah.
two should perma be on cooldown
Okay. Gotcha.
pretty much all the time, right? And like I know because of the change, right? Like your serum and your health pot are on like the same cooldown, right? But like this shit's like hella reduced, and like I think it's like every it was like 20 seconds, 25 seconds or something like that, right? Um, but like those passive heals that are coming from that are like they're pretty insane, right? Especially
Right.
if you have Onk. I don't know if you guys have Onk over here or not. Um, but like the passive heals with that are they're pretty fucking insane. Yeah, here, right? Like just like the idle gameplay, right? Like you could be looking to just like chop into all this shit, right? Like you get this going, pop a cleanse early, right?
Mhm.
Don't be afraid to use these defensively, right? Like don't tie these like specifically to crashes, right? Like yes, if you have cleanse available, like you definitely want to try to hold it for a crash, right? But like if you're getting fucked on point, like do not be afraid to pop this shit defensively, right? And if you do pop this, right, then you have 5 seconds of just like getting active as fuck, right?
Right.
So like don't be afraid to like pop this, throw your grab, and keep all these dudes off of the space. Right? Like if they're just gonna hard clump like this, right? Like this is a good opportunity to just like force them all into one spot with this ability, right? Run it. Throw your grab, auto, maelstrom, right? Chunk them, they're all gonna fuck off, I promise. If not, if they stand here and just let you beat the shit out of them, right? Like they're retarded or they're built like way different, right?
Hmm.
Just like you pull back over this way, just like a little idle down play, right? But like we're giving up a bunch of the space on our side, right?
Mm.
You guys
You
must be
see the
really down
numbers,
bad.
but like you don't have to be like
I do, Pebble.
the
I'm
But
sorry.
hey, Pebble.
the
I'll
numbers
DM you.
like a lot of people see like the numbers and they panic, right? And I'm not saying that's what you're doing here, right? But
Mm.
just like don't be afraid because they have a lot of numbers, right? Like sometimes like you have to concede the space, right? But like because they're all pushing down this way, right? Instead of you pushing across the point into strong side, right? Like again,
Sorry.
you have cleanse available, you have this available, right? Like you can cheat up more towards the midline, right? Instead of that grab you through there, right? You cheat up more towards the midline since they're hard gonna zerg down here, right?
Okay.
Now they're all balled up into one spot, and then you throw that same grab that you threw here, but from a better angle up top, right? Free
Right.
where like nobody's around you, right? Now you catch them all at the edge of the point, and then you can run your full combo, right? It's just about like recognizing where they are and like how you can get the most value out of.
Yeah. To put them together. Yeah.
Let me. Wow. I'm gonna send this to you, Starlito.
All right.
If I can find you. I don't know why it's not letting me pull it up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna switch my screen real quick. Just want to show you guys this. You guys see this? The little like
Yeah.
diagram, right? This is like a attack specific, right? Only because of like where the quads are, right? But like if it's on a defense, all you do is flip these, right? So like being that you're bottom weak, right? Like because it's a defense, bottom weak would be over here, right? Like these
Mhm.
arrows, like are typically how you want to try to like navigate the point, right? Not so much to where like you have to like come up and then fucking about face 90 degrees, cut into the point, right?
Mhm.
Like you don't have to follow this shit like to a T, but like just more so like the flow of it, right? Like you're coming in, right? Wherever you enter the point, right? Like you enter the point, you look to push in a little bit more, right? Take the inside space, get your fight going, right? If it gets crazy, get off, shoot out, wrap back, right? Like um it's just a big loop that happens all the time, right? Right? Like you guys should be entering from the midline. Um oh no, this is attack. Never mind. But yeah. Just like running this loop, right? Get in, get your shit off, right? Bully them off the space. If it's crazy, get off. Find a space like somewhere safe to get back in, right? Preferably around the midline. Like midline's always like free to like enter back in, right? Get off, get in back around the midline, and then then run your combo and shit again, right? And what this encourages is like just the hard inside out pressure, right? Where you guys can just like get your shit off pretty much uncontested. Just if they're gonna zerg like that, right? Like I bet you that they're hard playing like this like outer ring, right? Like they're just looking to. I mean, they probably like zerg through the point crazy, right? But even like back on the VOD, we'll switch it, right? Like they're all just playing this like outer ring, right? Where like midline's free, you can come down
Mhm.
in, get your shit off. If it gets heavy, right? Find a space to get off, wrap back up to the midline, right? And just keep it going that way, right? Try not to cheat too much over this way. Yeah, because then we end up conceding so much space, right?
Yeah.
It's a good shock. Hop out. Yeah. Instead of pathing through here, right? Like the path is whatever. Or was it a path? No, never mind. But even if, yeah, like come back over to your quad. You get out, right? You get out for free, uncontested, right? The only thing that's over here is healers, right?
Mhm.
So you have a free line this way, right? To close off all of these rotates and shit that are going to try to like push back up, right? All of
Okay.
these guys that are hard darking down here, like you just eat up all of this space that they have, right? Right. You got one healer stepping up top, right? Ideally, your top weak VG should be looking to just like scream them or whatever the case is, right? Your bruisers in top weak should be looking to hit them, right? And then you cut off their airway, right? Like give them
Yeah.
no
So I could have
space.
played it tighter. Played my quad
Yeah,
tighter right there. No.
yeah, yeah. And then right here, right? You're close to your grav. You get the right idea chopping, right? But like instead of throwing your maelstrom here, like because the dude's low, like you're gonna get the same value, just like throwing a couple autos at him, right? Like there's enough
Right.
people here. Like we don't need to burn this to try to like secure a kill, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah.
Because now you're out of sequence, right? Yeah, here I'd be looking to like play more midline than anything else, right?
Yeah.
Like sending almost all of your pass through the top of the point, try to hit all their healers and shit, right? I wouldn't look to cheat over much this way.
Healing cash.
It's a little bit heavy. Yeah, so you don't even need to like you're conceding a bunch of space for like no reason, right? Like just on the fact of like you see people there, right? Like obviously you don't want to like put yourself in a shit spot where like they surround you, right?
Right.
But like you don't need to you don't need to concede all of this, right? Like you see it's heavy, you can even like dodge down this way, send a path back up through the stagger, right? And then look to get back up. Here, right? Nobody ends up like committing to it. They all wrap back up to the top. Here's just one dude, right?
Okay.
We run away from it, you know? Like your camera's postured almost towards like you're looking at like what's going on around here as opposed to like just what's going on, in front of you.
Yeah.
And this is for anybody, right? Like again, like when we're talking about like the value inside of like your quad before you're looking anywhere else, right? Like don't try to create more value than like what's right in front of you, right? Like make sure that like your shit's taken care of first before we start like drifting and looking elsewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of like I guarantee you like a lot of like the point spin and shit that you guys had yesterday could have been like easily contested had like uh and I don't mean this in a bad way, right? But like one, like people actually played where they were supposed to, right? And two, like people not trying to create more value than what's actually right in front of them, right? Like all of these people fighting over here, like I'm sure there's people over here, right? But like you have this many people in your quad, right? So that means that either top quad's hard shoving down, right? So you should have extra help around here, or like everybody's just hard larping off the point over here, right? Like there should be no reason that like this many people should be able to just stand down here for free, right? And it's not like
Yeah.
on it an on you thing, right?
Working on
But
cash
like
trapping.
if you can keep aggro of a bunch of people while everybody else is cooking, right? Like that's fine, you know. You just don't want to die.
Healing cash.
Oh, what
Got
stammed you?
cash clapping.
Oh, you threw a
Healing.
block.
I'm right there with
3
you,
seconds
Doug.
on clap.
Get that serum going.
Clapping.
Yeah, like here, right? You get back to your quad, right? Wrap a
Hmm.
little bit out this way. Even if you like step off point for a second if you have to, right? Like it's kind of fine right now. Pop your serum, pop your fire pot. Keep getting. Yeah, make sure your serum and your fire pot are going before you get back into it.
Healing cash.
So here's kind of all right. Try to be aware of, like the deados and shit that are going off, right?
Mhm.
'Cause you're kind of like throwing half heavies into this, right? When it's like super congested. But like Apples was counting down the whole time, right? And like you have a really good angle right here to keep all these dudes like locked in, right? Like
Okay.
had you not like jumped into all this, right? Like he's starting to count down, you play a little bit safer, right? Calls bot left, right? Cleanse should be
Mhm.
going. Grav, Deado, into all this, you know?
Yeah.
What you don't want to do, like ever, and this isn't like just in a like this situation, this like specific scenario, right? Like you don't want a path with a face full of people, right? Like you kind of want to like definitely have a little bit of distance before you send this thing, right?
Okay.
So like this locks you in the animation, and like you can't get out of it. So like if you have like 3 or 4 people hitting you like in this window that goes off, like there's just nothing you can do. You know, like you can't dodge, can't iframe, you know, nothing.
Healing
Mhm.
cash. Sacred bot left.
That's a good cleanse.
Cash.
Yeah, shit's
Tapping. Sacred cash. Clapping.
Brother, where the blues at? Holy shit.
I don't know.
They're not playing on point. I'm just on point. I got instant win.
Trying to heal cash.
Ooh.
Clapping.
No fucking blues, dude.
No, we're down.
Bro,
I don't know.
And then for a little while, yeah,
Played Mon by Mon, right?
I lost my axe,
Bot left.
so I didn't realize I lost it, and I spent a lot of time fucking.
Oh.
And then when I get the axe on, it takes my cleanse off. And by the time I get my cleanse back on my bar, I'm dead, and they already have C.
I don't know if we're doing the reset right now or not. We can't get there right now.
We can't.
Oh yeah, I forgot that like shit like that happens on a PvP server.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna not run those because it was kind of rusty, and I forgot. So I'm trying to.
Sacred bot left. Yeah, they just
I'm just tapping my gear set, you know.
Sacred bot left. Clapping.
Hey, make sure you guys are all signed up for this war.
How much time we got?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
You had 20 minutes. So if I could get those pants before the war, please, that'd be great.
Sacred bot left.
No, I lose my cleanse bar right there.
Imagine, did you get the money? Come on.
Yeah, I did. I'm just.
they're heavy right side. I'm in bottom mid. Right side. Bro, all they healers are left and top left. Like this is strange. Like no one stepped.
Yeah, I mean like,
Pushing them up.
and it's not like I know you're trying to get like your axe on and shit, right? Just like for future reference, like you got to try to be aware of that, right? Like,
Right.
And like even if it happens to where like you have to come back out, right? Like if you run out without your axe, ideally that like that shouldn't happen, right? But like again, like, and especially the way like uh this top quad looked like it was playing, right? Like there was almost like nobody on this side, you know. Um, so I mean that's probably like a really solid reason as to why like this shit felt so miserable, right? Um, because like left side was just able to play for free, and they weren't able to like have anybody in there to like just be in their face a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or give like a little bit of pressure against them. You know.
Yeah. Mhm.
Off point.
So I would definitely try to be
No one.
Yeah,
aware
I'm
of
just
that.
gonna not bring those for a while.
I died.
Then we go to gates.
Yeah,
C's about
you guys are Seagate.
to be over so fast.
Especially in the gates. I don't know how it is over here, but I'm assuming there's a fuck ton of fire damage like everywhere else, right? Like,
We let them get this far.
if you're gonna get a like, you don't want to concede all this space in the gate, right? Like
Mm.
whoever this guy is, right? Like shout out to him for like hitting people, right? But like if you're gonna get into, you wanna contest the space inside of this doorway, right? Like if you do, it's the same thing, right? Like this should be going and this should be going, right?
So not bait them to get them off LOS from their healers right there, or put more
With them,
pressure at the door.
nah, you wanna try to contest the space in the doorway.
Healing wife.
Bro, I don't even think Apple
Fapping.
crashes, bro, except that one time.
Like here's like everybody concedes the space a little bit, right? Like you can come back and grab, right? But like
Oh yeah, they're holding the amp. I'm holding
I don't know, they hard trolled right there because they had that shit for free.
Yeah. 23 minutes of holding.
Combined.
Starlito,
Yes.
They're coming into back.
you sure you want me in 7?
I don't think I have a choice.
I can't do 8
The
or
Merc I
1
have,
through
I can ask.
6.
I can ask. the
Sorry,
Merc.
you're stuck with me.
I'll ask the
Oh,
Merc
it's not
that we
you.
have, but like I think she's only gonna play, and I'm down 2 healers to be honest. Almost.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I'll get back to you in a sec.
I mean, it's fine. I just don't feel it's my strong point.
Fine, heal you, got you. Sacred on legal. Healing legal. Fapping.
I'm gonna swap, Phil. I'm gonna swap you into a quad. You're gonna take Miss Mal's spot.
Great.
That's us. We need to get point.
So inside point's the same as final point, right? I don't know. If anybody like ever like explained that, right? Or like but like wherever you guys are on C point is where you are in the fort. And like the same rules apply, right? Don't obviously you don't want to hard lock yourself to your quad to where like you're gonna die, right? But like you want to make sure that like again, like you're taking care of your shit before you go fuck off, right? Now unless it's like super heavy to where like if you try to stay here, right, you're gonna die. Like there's like 10, 15 people down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to fuck off somewhere, right? Like pull top, wherever you got to just not die, right? But like you don't want to like cross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole time like you're running around, right? Like you could just be swinging, right?
Right.
Just
Nice. I do
chopping,
that. Yeah.
building the empowers with the axe, right? Chopping away a little bit. Then you throw this, right? Like you're already almost at max empowers, right? As you throw the grab. It's good. Don't stick around, right? Like once you crash, just leave.
Like healers free cast too. Like,
Dude, there's so many on left side of dirt. That's crazy. So right there, with those guys in the dirt, we just ignore them.
No, hell no. Throw your path out through them, right? Like, but make sure
We gotta stay
this
on
shit's
point though.
fine, right?
Okay.
Make sure this shit's fine, but like definitely don't be afraid to like jump out and throw a little hands with those guys.
Yeah. Because they all blood right here.
I think it's just either gonna be it's gonna be a 20-minute fight.
Fucking slammed.
They're heavy low. They're crashing.
Yeah, we need to put on point.
Lance.
Follow itself
I'm
line.
playing my life.
That's just unlucky. Yeah, I mean realistically, like I think that one's kind of like unfair to like judge anything off, right? Like I would definitely I think you guys just like forfeited a lot of the space on the left, right? Like not just you guys, but like the top quad too. Whoever your top weak was supposed to be. You guys just kind of played like really passive, right? And it kind of just like invited them in to come like step on the point, right? And then like what ends up happening is they're able to just like push and snowball all that pressure over into right. Yeah. You guys have another defense coming up, or you have an attack?
Defense.
Defense.
Same against the same people?
Different guys.
Different.
Are they
Decron.
better, worse?
Should be worse.
Worse.
Oh, you said it's Decron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Starlito's still recording, so I won't use any choice words.
I'll go ahead and stop the recording because we gotta get going anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a final question before we stop.
Yeah.
It's about a gear. Like on Ankh as a bruiser, what's the play on stam recovery versus flame pot and strike pot?
Good question.
So I think the only time stam recovery is good is if you're playing on like in 1 and 2. But even then, like I'm a fan of slash conditioning, slash protection.
Mhm.
But that's like it's personal preference. But like I would either go slash or strike, either one. Probably
Gotcha.
strike if you're getting packed up by hammers. But again, like that, those are just personal preference, right? Like those you would just have to watch back and see like what you're taking more damage against. Stam recovery's fine. I just think like the extra mitigations, like whatever, right? Like stam recovery is cool, but like you already have a stam recovery built into your great axe, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, just don't beat the shit out of your shift key, you know? Like whenever you guys are dodging, right? Unless you're getting like hard fucked up and you need to use more than one, right? Like as a general rule of thumb, just try to like anytime you dodge, try to get a couple autos off before you dodge again. And that'll like pretty much almost always keep your stand bar like not
Right for
empty.
the stam regen perk thing. Strength
Right.
perk.
And if everyone does it, there's less pressure because they have less HP. Oh.
Let me log into the game real quick.
Can I please get these pants?
You guys, you can go give them the pants if you want. I'm just gonna